Hello, everyone. I'm Angela with Happy Little Stitch Shop, and happy Monday to you. What is happening? We're together on a Monday. Can you believe it? I kind of can't believe it. I can't believe we're doing a separate floss tube. I was really, really nervous about getting out here and wondering if anybody would be here with me. So I'm so excited to see some of you guys out here. Let me see. Who is out here? Hello, Barbara. Frakes. Hello, it's my first day here with Happy Little Stitch Shop. Welcome. I'm so glad you could be here on our first separate floss tube, not joint, with quilting, which we do on Thursdays. So, welcome. So glad you could be here. Thank you for joining us. Hello, Bonnie. Hello, Nancy. Hello, Andre. Hello, Sandy. Hello, Victoria. Um, oh, it's Felicia. Hello, Felicia. Hello, Cassie. Hello, Carrie. She says, so happy to be here. Highlight of the day. I love it. Um, hello, Deborah. Hello, Kimberly. Finally figured out how to get my name on my comments. Oh, that's right. Last week on, I think it was Friday, was it that your icon wasn't showing up? Hello, Sam. So glad you could be here. Hello, Deanna. Hello, Sarah D. Morgan M. Lori. Jenny. Hello. Hello, Sharon. Hello, Laura. Vita. Debbie. Lunch and dishes done. Made it. Hello, Debbie Stolman. Hello, Sharon from Alaska. Hello, Vanessa. And hello, Jennifer. Hello. Hello, Robin from Michigan. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. We have some familiar faces from our Thursday and a few new ones. That's really exciting. So hopefully this will go well. This is our plan going forward, unless it doesn't go well, in which case we will change the plan. But for right now, the plan going forward is we are Happy Little Stitch Shop is going to have floss tubes, so that would be cross stitch focused, on Mondays at 1:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. And then we are going to have live streams, which would be quilting focused, on Thursdays at 1:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. So that's the plan, Mondays and Thursdays, and then maybe a few things sprinkled in between. So hopefully you guys can mark your calendars for Mondays and Thursdays and be here with me each week. I would just love it. Thank you so much. Okay, so here's the plan for today. I have pulled stitch alongs that Happy Little Stitch Shop is hosting that we are moving into for October. All stitch along invoices have been emailed. So if you are part of any stitch alongs or monthly clubs, those invoices have all been sent. And anybody who has paid, it's, I think, except for a few orders that have come in within the last half hour or so, all the other orders have been shipped today. So they are out the door. So that's exciting news. So stitch alongs have shipped. So I'm going to go through the stitch alongs that we're in the midst of right now. I'm going to go through, I pulled some autumn, just a few, not a ton, just a few autumn cross stitch charts that we have in the shop that are perfect for this time of year. So I'm going to spotlight a few charts today. And then I have some newer things. I think I maybe shared some of these last week, but some newer charts that have arrived. And then some notions that are good for if you're picking up cross stitch, or some fun things, and then some necessary things. And then over here, I have pulled all of the cross stitches that I am in the midst of, or was in the midst of once upon a time, or they're finished, but they're not fully finished. So we're going to have a little bit of a whip parade because that filters into my plan of hopefully getting through some of these things. So hopefully you guys will join me with that, because I know I'm not the only one out here who has a ton of whips, and sometimes you can get bogged down with it. And so you want to kind of make a plan to get through them. So I'm we're going to try some things out and hopefully it will work. And I hope that you guys will come along and do it with me. My package is out for delivery today. Yay, Kimberly. Julie, hello from Northwest Arizona. Hello, Robin. Oh, maybe I already said to you. Hi to you. Sorry about that. Hello, Gayleen. Almost forgot. Just got back from the eye doctor. Whip parade. Yes. Oh my gosh, there are so many things. Nice. I went to Grand. Okay. Hello, Kim. So glad you are here. Okay. And then, of course, ask questions along the way if you have questions about anything. And since I know some of you guys are quilting people, I did send out a newsletter today, and I just want to give you guys a heads up that we are having a new release party for Riley Blake Designs, new releases that are coming. They will release May through July of 2022. So I'm starting to put reservations online for those, and we are going to have our party on Thursday night. So this Thursday, because I could not wait till next week to share this stuff with you guys. I want to share it with you right away. And so we're going to have our new release party for Riley Blake Designs this week on Thursday evening at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. So be sure that you join me for the new release party. I'm starting to put reservations out there. I'm super excited about it. There are some really cute collections coming. So join me. Oh my gosh, so many whips, says Sam, and I'm so slow at stitching. My problem is just finding the time. And so I just have to plan it in. It is so hard though, because there's so much going on. But I'm determined to try to make progress on some of these things. I just received a package. Yay, Deanna. Hello, Kim. So glad you are here. Tons of whips, says Laura. Excited about the release party. Me too. Hello, Stephanie. How are you feeling? Please tell us that you are doing well. You're home now. You were discharged. How are you feeling? Green is your color. So pretty. Oh, thank you. It's a little chilly today. So I did put on a cardigan because it's a little cooler outside. And I have to go to a volleyball game after this. And so I'll, wear this outside. But then I got in this room. It was hot. So I put a fan on. So I have a cardigan and a fan on. I should have just opened the windows. Carrie says, yay, I caught another live. Woohoo! Stephanie says, I'm feeling significantly better today. That is so good. Are you still on O2 or not? Were you able to get off of that? I hope that you're able to get off of that. That's really hard. We had 4 babies on O2 when they all came home from the hospital. O2 and heart monitors, and lugging those things around. Every time you had to change a diaper, you had to bring the oxygen tank. It was just, ugh. It's going to be a while before my lungs are 100%, but so much better. I'm so glad to hear that, Stephanie. I'm so excited as I got my Christmas sewing done yesterday, 3 weeks until hand surgery. Next is Christmas cookies to bake. You are going, Kim. I knew you were trying to get all that stuff done before you have that surgery. Look at you go. Great news, Stephanie. No more oxygen for this girl. Oh, that is so good. We had a little oxygen party in this house when all of our kids got off oxygen. Oh my gosh, that is so nice. That is so nice. That is so good to hear, Stephanie. I am relieved for you. So thank you for giving us an update, and keep on that path. Just keep on the healing path. Send some of the wet weather to California. We need it. It's still hot here. I want cooler weather. So happy, Stephanie. I will have to catch the release party on the replay Thursday. It's my birthday. Happy birthday, Barbara. Happy birthday. Lori Holt mentioned you in her latest Stitch Tube. I know. I saw it. That's the first time that has ever happened. And linked us below in her thing. That's the first time that that's ever happened too. So I almost fell over. Like my husband was like, what? I said, this, look. She showed her progress on the sampler we're stitching. Yeah, it was awesome. Oh, I'm so sad. That is the only night this week I can't do it. I love to watch the new release party. I'm sorry, Sharon. I wish you could be there. Popping in really quick. Hello, Stacy. in Las Vegas for son's wedding week. Hope all are well and stitching away. Have fun at your son's wedding. I hope it goes fabulously. That'll be a lot of fun. Hopefully it's nice weather. Okay, so this is what we are working on for our happy little stitch alongs right now. And I'm not even sure that I pulled everything. We wrapped some up and we've added some. So here's what we're doing. Okay, first up, we are hosting the Main Street series Stitch Along by Country Cottage Needleworks. And so this month, for the month of October, we are moving on to the dress shop for those who are participating in this one. So this is coming, or you've already received it for your monthly package for this month. We are also doing the Snow Village series. And guys, we only have, I think after this month, we only have 2 more months. Like this one's getting ready to wrap up too. We are doing the Snow Village series by Country Cottage Needleworks. And in October, we're stitching Ice Creamery. So this one is headed your way, or you've already received it. We're also doing Cottage of the Month, which you'll see some of my Cottage of the Months later. And for October, we're stitching November. I remember really liking this one. It's so cute with that little turkey and those acorns. Oh my gosh. So darling. So Cottage of the Month by Country Cottage Needleworks. Also by Country Cottage Needleworks, we are working on Sampler of the Month. And in October, we're stitching November, which just released. So this just arrived over the weekend. And got all those invoices out to everybody. But it's very, very cute. I think this one has some, it's like a fox and some pumpkins. It's really cute. Oh no, I'm showing you October. Well, we're stitching November. These pictures are so, where's Sharon? She's going to make a comment about me needing bifocals. This is October, but we're stitching November. Goodness. And then we are stitching, we're doing the Animal Stack series by Plum Street Samplers. And in October, we're stitching Gobble Gob. I'm so far behind on Snow Village. Tuesday on 20. Cloth was a bad idea. I was tempted to start over. Oh no, 2 strands on 20 count. Hello, Joe. I'm so glad you're here. Well, you can be behind with me then, Kim, because I'm really far behind on Snow Village too. You will see. So Gobble Gob, this one is super cute. We're stitching up some turkeys this October. And then we are doing Hometown Holidays by Little House Needleworks. And we're doing 2 a month for this one. You're getting shipped 2 a month. I don't know that anybody's keeping up with stitching 2 a month, but at least you're receiving 2 a month. So then you'll have them there ready to stitch when you're ready. And the 2 that we're receiving this month are the Florist, which is right here, and the Firehouse. Look at that little puppy and that little fire hydrant out front. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. Trying to decide which one I'm going to stitch next to my train station. What makes sense in my village that I'm creating, that I'm building. Okay, and then we have some new ones for this month. We are adding, just starting, Country Cottage Needleworks Gingerbread Village. So we're starting with Gingerbread House 1. Kim 2 over 1. I'm super behind. I've deemed this my Snow Village pattern collection now. Yes, Sarah. Morgan M. Mine are put out for delivery today. Yay! Happy mail's coming to you today. So Gingerbread House 1, we're also kicking off this month, the Santa's Village collection by Country Cottage Needleworks, and we're starting with Santa's House this month. And we are also starting a new single stitch along. So this isn't a series, it's just one and done. And this one is being led by Jenny Lombardo, our Happy Little Stitcher friend. And she's leading it through our Happy Little Stitchers Facebook group community. And it is Pumpkins and Bats by Teresa Kogut. So this is going to be stitched up this month, and I cannot wait to see all of the posts. I can't wait to see this come together. And I'm thinking it should go pretty fast. Like Jenny put a schedule out there yesterday and highlighted the sections that she's doing. Of course, everybody's welcome to do what they want, but it's nice to have kind of a guideline. So she put a guideline out there, and her goal is to have it done in 4 weeks. So within the month of October, which is awesome. And I think it's totally doable. So that is going to be a lot of fun. Hello, Kim. First time here, Kim Fuller. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. I arrived late and know today is about cross stitch, but your background quilt is lovely. It was just posted, this video. I just finished this yesterday, and the video was just posted for our Guiding Stars quilt along. I love how it turned out. I love it. It's bigger than I thought it was going to be, but I love it. Oh, it's so pretty. I'm so happy we did that. I love it. I love it. I was like, I kept coming in here last night just looking at it. Anyway, we'll talk more about that on Thursday. Kim, Sarah, and Angela, I'm so behind on Snow Village and all the others, and I can't stop thinking about how I need to get to them. I'm hoping I can get to one of them today. It's a lot. Like, it's a lot. But just try to remember, like, it's supposed to be, you know, for fun. And I'm going to tell you one of the things I like about whips, because I was thinking about it today and trying to come up with a plan, and I've been thinking about it for a while now. And I'm going to tell you one of the things that I like about whips that occurred to me today. And I thought, whips aren't always bad. And I will tell you why. Thank you, Kim. That's Guiding Stars. We just finished a Guiding Stars quilt along that I just posted the final video for today. And so that is a wrap on our Guiding Stars quilt along. Okay, then I pulled a few charts that are kind of a spotlight for the season. And I'll pull a few each week. That's my plan. I used to do this, and then I got away from it. And I've heard feedback that people really liked it for me to pull out. You know, it's easy to know what charts are out there for the new releases because they're being shown all over the place. But sometimes there are some really fun other charts that maybe have been around for a little bit, but they're still great. So I'm going to pull a few each week and kind of spotlight a few charts each week. I have a small start on Santa's Village, but I want to join your stitch along. Yes, I will shoot you an email to let you know where I need to start, if that's okay. Yes, that's totally fine. Yep, just let me know. We'd love for you to stitch with us. The more motivation, the better. Okay, so here are some spotlight charts for the week. First up, Calvin and Clyde. This one, I believe, came out last year by Stitching with the Housewives, and it's pretty cute. So I pulled this one as a good season stitch for right now. It's called Calvin and Clyde, and it's by Stitching with the Housewives. And then I pulled, this one is newer. I don't know when this one, well, I guess it came out last year as well. It's called Let's Talk Autumn by Hands On Design, and it's from the Let's Talk series. But this one is also darling. Look at those leaves and that cup of hot cocoa and those pumpkins. So this is Let's Talk Autumn by Hands On Design. We are just starting Santa's Village, Kim. Kim says, how far are you in the Santa's Village? So the first month just shipped, like is shipping now. So we're stitching the first chart of Santa's Village in October. So we're just starting it. What cloth color is Gingerbread Village on? We are using lamb's wool for both Santa's Village and Gingerbread Village. And I think that's what's called for on both of them. Let me look. Ugh, don't like it when you have to open the chart to get all the details. I like to just be able to look at the back. Yeah, lamb's wool. Both of them were stitched on originally on lamb's wool, so that's what we're using for gingerbread and Santa. So those of you who've signed up for both, you probably got 2 pieces, so they can be used for either one. What count is it? Santa's Village. The count that they used for the sample, the count that the designer used for the sample is 32 count. For our stitch along, did you get an option? I'm not sure if you got an option. I can't remember how I set it up. You either are getting 16 count or you get to choose if you want 16 count or 32 count. So the sample was stitched on 32, and for our stitch along, you either get 16 count or you get a choice of 16 or 32. Have you done the Farmhouse Christmas series? I sure have, Barbara. And as a matter of fact, we did it last year, and I have it here to share with you. I'll join Santa's Village too. I'm up on the 5th. I'm up to the 5th cottage, but I had to rip out most of the houses. I was a couple of stitches off and couldn't fudge it. It's been in the naughty corner ever since, says Joe. Oh my goodness. I have had some stitches in the naughty corner too. Sandy says, I did give you an option. Okay, I couldn't remember. So you get to pick either 16 or 32 count. I want to do that one. It's cute. Oh, Farmhouse Christmas is awesome. We could host another Farmhouse Christmas stitch along if there's interest for it, because that one was really fun. It was a lot of fun to stitch together too. I remember good conversations that came from that stitch along each month. It was a lot of fun. And then when I pulled Let's Talk Autumn, this one was right next to it in the file folder next to it. So I had to pull this one too because it's so darling. This is another from the Let's Talk series. And this one is called Let's Talk Stitching by Hands On Design. And this one is new. This one was just released at Expo at the end of August. So about a month ago. But it's so cute. Even this little frog, which you never want to have visit you, but it's so cute. So Let's Talk Stitching. And love the Let's Talk series, says Melanie. Hello, Melanie. I will host for you if you have already done it. We have already done it, but that means that I have it to share, which would be nice. Do a stitch along for Farmhouse Christmas. I haven't even started it yet. Oh, that would be fun. Hi, Sharon. I have that one, says Kim, and want to start it. Hello, Kathy. I'm fairly new to cross stitch. This is my first live. How do stitch alongs work? So sometimes we do stitch alongs for series. And so, for example, Santa's Village is a series of 12 patterns. I can't remember. But sometimes we stitch a series which has multiple patterns within the series, and you get one pattern each month. So typically the way we've been doing it lately is the first month you get your cloth that you need, you get the first chart, and you get a floss kit. And I try, when I'm able to, if the designer has provided all the information, I try to do a floss kit that covers the entire series. So then you just need to get one floss kit. It cuts down on duplicates. It makes it more cost effective for you guys if I can try to do it all in one floss kit. So typically the first month you get the first pattern, you get the cloth, and you get the floss kit. And then each additional month after that, you get the next pattern in the series. Now, depending on what the series is, sometimes there may be months where you need an extra piece of cloth or something like that. Like for our Cottage of the Month series, you could only fit 6 of these little cottages on one piece of cloth. So halfway through our stitch along, I provided another piece of cloth for the second 6 of the year to be stitched on. So that's kind of the gist of it. And now we've been throwing in every once in a while just a 1 stitch along. So it's not a series, it's just one cross stitch pattern that we really wanted to host a stitch along for and hope that people will join in. And for those, you just get 1 shipment of everything that you need. You get floss kit, cloth, and chart. And then we stitch it through the month or over a course of a few months. We might stitch section by section, and then we share it on here, and everybody uses hashtag Happy Little Stitch Shop on Instagram to share their progress. We also have a Facebook group called Happy Little Stitchers. So people post progress out there, and then everybody can see how everybody's coming along with it. So we try to make it feel as much of a community as we can, even though we're not together. But we talk about it every week on this, on our live Flosstube now. This is our first Flosstube. So we'll talk about stitch alongs each week on Mondays when we do our Flosstube. And then in between there, people just post and share and use hashtags and post to our Happy Little Stitchers group. They're lots of fun. It's good motivation to keep going. And plus you can talk to other people and get motivation and inspiration from other people about what they're doing. Sometimes I see people post their progress and I'm like, oh, I really want to get back to that stitch because I really want to get to that part. That's how I'm feeling right now about Brick House is I'm seeing you guys post all your progress, and a lot of you have stitched up that bird, and I haven't gotten to the bird yet. And so I really want to keep going to get to that bird and be able to get that bird stitched. So it's nice to kind of have the camaraderie of stitching with other people. That's why I love hosting stitch alongs, and it's good motivation. It's good community. It's just good. I love it. And we love to have as many people join us as we can. Hello, Sharon. I would love to do Farmhouse Christmas. Hello, Brandy. Carrie, I would love to do Farmhouse Christmas as a stitch along. Okay. This all sounds good. So maybe that's one that I'll put out there for the new year. Can you get Garden Club series by Blackbird Designs? I really want to do that series probably starting in January. I probably can. I need to look into that. And make sure that they're all available. But yeah, Blackbird Designs, I mean, usually my supplier carries all their stuff, so I wouldn't imagine that that would be tricky to get. So hopefully, so I can look into that, Jenny. And if you don't hear back from me, just send me an email to remind me. Can't post today. Both Insta and Facebook is down. Me too. I have 2 blocks left on my calendar. So me too. Is that happening to other people? Because Instagram is not working for me and Facebook isn't either. So I thought it was just me, but maybe it's not. Oh, and really quick before I continue to share our stitch spotlights, I was contacted over the weekend by another Happy Little shop that has Happy Little in their title. And they were very upset because a lot of my customers have been contacting them with questions about orders that they have placed, thinking that that was the correct, like mistakenly contacting them. And so please, most of you guys out here know that I'm Happy Little Stitch Shop because you follow and you know, but please don't confuse us with other Happy Little shops because she was not very happy. She's really not very happy. So please don't confuse us. Please remember that we are Happy Little Stitch Shop. We are not affiliated with any other Happy Little shops anywhere. We are a standalone shop. And I am the owner and I am the person you need to contact. So please remember that our email address to contact me is happylittlestitchshop@gmail.com. Everything's been updated on the website. I've made sure that the email address is now switched to happylittlestitchshop@gmail.com because the customer service one stopped working. So everything's been updated on the website. You can contact me on Instagram. You can contact me on Facebook. You can contact me via email. However you need to, just be sure you're contacting me about your Happy Little Stitch Shop orders, and please do not contact other people about it. That's really, really important. So that's really, really important. So please be sure you're contacting the right person if you have questions about things. Me too, says Gayleen. Yes, and Australia too. Okay, so it must be down. I saw Instagram was down for me as well. I can't believe it's the world. Me as well. Facebook and Instagram down per the news. Oh, okay, so it's like a thing. Facebook isn't loading for me as well. Do you think it's got to do with the whistleblower story that came out last night? Oh, I am so not in the loop. I don't even know what you're talking about, Carrie. Jenny, I have all but 2 of Garden Series, and I also plan to start it in the new year. Oh, awesome. They don't sound happy enough to have that in their name. It was kind of a serious email. Angela, can you show Farmhouse Christmas again real quick? I missed it trying to multitask and work. Yes, I can. I haven't gotten to that part yet, so I hadn't even shared it yet. I joined the Christmas ornament swap on your Instagram post. So where do you go from here besides work on my ornament? Yes, Vita, that's a great question. I wondered that too. Okay. So we are also hosting a community ornament swap, which was a great idea that Sharon had. And so I put it together on Elfster and I shared the link and stuff. And you guys had until October 1st to sign up. And then on October 2nd, names were randomly drawn. And so you should have received your ornament swap partner's name, the person that you're going to be gifting an ornament to. You should have received that name. So now you know who you're making for. And now what you can do is you can get in touch with this person on Elfster. And the fun thing about using Elfster, which is how you had to sign up, that's the link I gave you, and it took you to Elfster, which is how you sign up for it. But the fun thing about it is that you can keep it anonymous if you want to. So you can contact your person anonymously on Elfster and ask them questions, ask them what they want, ask them information about themselves so you can personalize the ornament if you want to. So just have fun with it. Like be in touch with them, let them know that you're working on it, have fun interacting with your partner so that they know that you haven't forgotten about them and that's you're making something for them. But it can all be anonymous on Elfster if you want it to be. You can choose to either share with them who you are or you can choose to keep it anonymous. But outside of that, outside of kind of reaching out and getting in touch with your person, just start planning your project and get busy doing it. Because the next deadline for the ornament swap is to make sure that you have your ornament in the mail to your person before Thanksgiving. So the deadline is Thanksgiving. Have your ornament in the mail to your person by Thanksgiving. So you have from now until Thanksgiving to get working and finish it up and then plop it in the mail to your person. All of the person's addresses will be in Elfster. So if you haven't put your address in Elfster, you should be sure to do that so that your person knows where to send it when they have completed it. And then when you send it, you can also go out onto Elfster and say that your gift has been sent. So that's helpful because that lets your person know to keep an eye out for it. And then once it is received, you can go out onto Elfster and you can click on a button that says that you have received your gift. So that's helpful for me to know that everything's working the way that it should, so that everybody hopefully will get a gift in the end. And if time gets closer and you still don't have a gift, then please reach out and tell me so then I can look up who has your name and I can reach out to that person directly and make sure that they are working on something or find out what's going on. So that's kind of the gist of it. And then my thought was to maybe do another Zoom meeting in December to open the gifts together because people seem to really enjoy that when we did it for our Stitchin' with Lori Club. So that's something you guys can give me your feedback about, but that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, that's what I thought, Kim. Okay, so next Stitch Spotlight is Plum Street Samplers, and this is Autumn Salt Boxes. These are super cute. Looks like two pretty quick, relatively quick stitches. And then the last one I pulled, this one is a new one. This was an expo release, and it's by Primrose Cottage Stitches. And oh my gosh, something just fell. Stacy stitched this up like super fast. So I think it's a pretty quick stitch. It's called Pumpkin Kisses, and it's by Primrose Cottage Stitches. Stitch count is 39 by 72, so it's not terribly big. Primrose Cottage Stitches. This is Pumpkin Kisses. Okay, and then I pulled a few fun things to share. First of all, we have two newer charts in the shop that have arrived recently. The first one is Quilty Barn by Lori Holt. This is a mix and match. There's lots of different options you can change out. Are you guys still out there? Has YouTube stopped working? Oh, good. I was like, wow, it's gone quiet. I haven't participated in the swaps as I worry about them not arriving here on time, but I'd so love to do a Zoom one day. Oh, that's that is a highly requested thing to do the Zoom. Love that. Pumpkin kisses would be fun and quick stitch along. Yes, it would. It would go really fast, I think. Okay, good. Yeah, it came. Yeah, so Quilty Barnes is here. Barn is here by Lori Holt. And there's lots of pages in here. So it gives you lots of different options to switch out your barn uh, to add different things, including animals. And there's also a barn with a silo. So this is in the shop, ready to go, along with the matching Quilty Barn needle minder, which I forgot to pull. But there's a needle minder that looks just like these barns, and that's in the shop as well. And the other newer is also a Lori Holt, and it's Stitch Card Set J has arrived in the shop. Pumpkin Kisses, says Laura. Felicia, Quilty Barnes is so cute. Yes, it is. It's darling. And then I pulled a few kind of essential notions. Number one, you need some good needles, and the ball tip needles are fabulous. This is what I use all the time. They've got a little ball at the tip of the needle that helps guide it right into the hole. So it kind of helps prevent you from going in between threads. Love that pattern. Too many whips now, but in my future, I think Quilty Barnes. Yeah, that's how I'm feeling too. Like, I want to get through some stuff, which is going to be part of my plan over here. I want to get through some stuff and then start planning for other stuff. But I would like to get through some stuff first. So, ball tip needles, and they come in sizes 24, 26, and 28. So, if you are stitching on like a 10 count, you would need a size 24. If you're stitching like 14 to 32 count, 26, that's the pretty standard size. That's what we sell the most of is 26, size 26 needle. And then a 28 needle for above 32 count. I love the ball tip needle, says Stephanie. My favorite needle, says Kim. I didn't think it could make as much of a difference as it does. I didn't think so either. So I just used any old needle before, and then I decided to give these a try. And my mom gave them a try too. She tried them first, actually, because I thought my mom's not like somebody to get on the bandwagon with some new and improved thing. Like she's very, I don't need, bells and whistles. I'm happy just doing whatever. So I thought, well, I'll have her try it first. And if she gets excited about it, then I know it's worth getting excited about. And so she called me the day after she started using them, and she was like, I really like these needles. It makes a big difference. And I said, really? And she's like, yeah. So now she uses them all the time too. So I was surprised by that because typically she would be like, yeah, they're fine. They're good, but nothing to get too excited about. But she was pretty excited about it. Do they have a larger hole for threading? They do not. The hole is pretty standard. I mean, it's a little bit longer. It's not, but it's not super, super large. I love the ball tip needles, says Debbie. So I don't have a problem threading these. I've used some other needles, like especially applique needles, that the hole is so small, and I really struggle threading those. But these, I've never had a problem threading. The hole is a good size. It's not teeny tiny, but it's not extra big either. But it's a good size. I've never had a problem threading those. Stephanie says, I think they are very easy to thread. The other thing that I tried years ago, or, I tried to resist this because I thought this was just another whistle that I didn't need, like a bell and whistle that I didn't need. But I tried it and felt like it really does serve a purpose. And so then I now have it and I use it all the time, is the cross stitch key. This is by It's So Emma. And I tried to just resist it. And then I gave it a try and it's good. I would definitely recommend this for any stitchers, but if you're a new stitcher, I think it's very helpful too. So that's in the shop. Stephanie says, it looks smaller, but I've never had an issue. Of course, I don't need bifocals. You just wait, Stephanie. You just wait. Love that too. Yeah, it's a good tool. It is a good tool. And then I pulled a few needle minders from our favorite person, Beverly McCullough, also known as Flamingo Toes on Instagram. She has fabulous needle minders. They are amazing. They're so darn cute. And her new ones are coming to Happy Little Stitch Shop. So please don't go anywhere else and get them. They are coming to Happy Little Stitch Shop. I placed a huge order with her. And as soon as she has them all ready, she's going to send them my way. But she has some really cute ones that she is just releasing now. And she shared them with me, I don't know, maybe a month and a half ago. I can't remember, maybe a month ago. And I was like, oh my gosh, this one is so cute. Oh, that one is so cute. So she's got new needle minders and new charms that are releasing right now. And they're coming to Happy Little Stitch Shop. And I'll for sure share them on a Monday during this Flosstube once they arrive. Yeah, stocking stuffers. Needle minders are perfect for stocking stuffers. So this is one that's kind of any season. It's a cute little tomato pin cushion. It's super, super cute, and it's good for any time of the year. This is another one this is one of my favorites. It's an embroidery or cross-stitching hoop, and this is good for any time of the year, everyday stitching. And then I pulled a couple that are seasonal for right now, a couple fall needle minders. We got the Black Cat, super cute for Halloween or just fall in general. It's got fall flowers on it. And then the fall pumpkin truck. And this one is adorable. So cute. Vintage truck for fall. So I just pulled a few. There are tons more of her needle minders in the shop. But I pulled a few that I felt were seasonal and just good everyday ones. Okay, are you ready for the whip parade? Holy camoly. Hold on tight, my friends, because I just kind of pulled everything. So first of all, I have some behind me, which these are fully finished. So that's exciting. That's an accomplishment. Woo, woo. So there's the Shine On. That was so 1990s. I can't believe I just did that. I did a woo, woo. My kids saw this. They would be like, Mom, don't ever do that again. And I would have to agree with them. But yet I just did it twice. What is happening? Okay, so there's the Shine On that was by Bonnie and Camille. And that's this one right here. I loved that stitch. Oh my gosh, I loved it. That is not available as an individual stitch. It's only available in their Shine On quilt book. It's like a bonus pattern that's at the end of that quilt book. We have the quilt book in the shop. So if you want to stitch that, we have the quilt book for you. And I loved it. It was so beautiful, happy colors. It was just a lot of fun. Every time I sat down to stitch that one, I thought, oh, this is so nice. Like it was just a really happy, fun stitch to do. So that one I really enjoyed. And then She Believed She Could, So She Did. That's by Lori Holt. I stitched that a while ago, like a long time ago, and put in that frame. That was another one that was really, really fun to stitch. I really enjoyed that one. So I'm kind of looking forward to doing our So Happy stitch along. So Happy is one of the newer charts that Lori just released, and we're hosting a stitch along for it starting next month in November. So I'm excited for that. And then back there in the corner is right there is my finish for Quilter's Cottage. That's another Lori Holt cross stitch pattern. I had a lot of fun stitching that one too, and I changed it up a little bit. Oh, bring on the parade. Sherry says you're adorable. Oh, raise the roof, Angela. Oh my gosh. Oh, I woot woot all the time. Sam, that is why we are good friends. I just finished Shine On, but I have to get it framed. Had knee surgery and have one more week of no weight on my leg. Oh, that is no fun, Kim. I hope you are. Are you feeling better though? Like, is recovery going okay? Okay, you guys, I cannot wait to get my hair done. Oh my gosh, I'm so gray. And I have had to push back getting my hair done because my husband like had to go out of town for work And so then I had it scheduled, and then he found out he had to go out of town. So then I had to cancel it and reschedule it. And then it got pushed back like 2 extra weeks. Normally I don't care, but right now I'm really feeling not very happy about all this gray hair that I have. So when you guys see me on Thursday, this should all be gone. It should all be gone. I'm not liking it. I think you should keep doing it. Proud of our generation and age. We are the best. Go generation. We should bring the woot woot back. Is that what you're saying, Brandy? Okay, boom, done. Just ordered first 3 of Farmhouse Christmas. Wow, you are on the ball. I never understood that my coworkers don't raise the roof with me. What is up with that, Sam? We need to work together. We would bring a party to that workplace. Love your quilter's cottage, says Joe. Thank you. Why do people call me during Angela's live? We have to catch up on what I missed later. Don't call me. It's like Huckleberry calling me during the live. That hasn't happened for a while. I think I unplugged the phone. I think that phone over there is dead. Woot woot all the way. Okay, so here we go. This was a monthly stitch that we did in February. And this, my mom stitched this, and then I finished it with some little pom-poms. I think it's really cute. And on this is from, what's the name? You guys know. What's the name of the people who make this? Recovery is okay, but 6 weeks not putting weight on my weight. Yeah, that is a long time. Bring it back. Who says we aren't cool? They aren't cool. Love the snow ant stitch. Yes, this was fun. Starlight Sky, what is it called? Somebody tell me. Scarlet Sky. Scarlet Sky Designs. They make these adorable stitch mounting things. And I will just tell you, this is my hack. This is my secret. I put this on here. Like I mounted it to a mounting board. I cut it, blah, blah, blah. This is a command strip. So I can take it off of this board and I can remove this even if I want to and just use the board completely for something else. But I can take it off this board and I can put another stitch on this board to interchange it. You know what I mean? Oh boy, that's not straight. But these command strips, they're awesome. Like I used command strips on that right there. I use command strips to finish my quilter's cottage. I try to use command strips as much as possible in my life. So that's a little secret for you that I do with my finishing. Scarlet Sky Designs. They are on Instagram. Yes. Nope, this is Scarlet Sky Designs. They make so this, which is a gift tag. They also have paddle boards. They have pumpkins. I think they just released a cat. So they have like an outline of a cat, and then you can put your stitch on it. It's super cute. Know what you mean, Etcher, everyone is texting me right now. So this is the first one. This was our first monthly stitch. I think we did this in January, and it was like 2021 is here. Let's put 2020 behind us. And this little snowman, like looking up to the heavens, happy that a new year is here. It really spoke to me. And so did his plaid pants and his sweater. And so I picked this for our January stitch of the month. And his name is Jack. Oh, so I think this is called Love by Country Cottage Needleworks. I think. I can't remember. It's called Love or something like that. This one is called Jack, and it is by All Through the Night. And Jack has friends named Harry and Henry. So there's a set of 3. I have not stitched the other 2 yet, but I stitched him. I'm so happy to find this cloth. This is, I think, 25 count Lugana, and it's called Basalt Splash. So it's got these little white dots, which just added to the snowflakes. I mean, it's perfect. I don't love the finishing. I think maybe I want to frame them. So I'm probably going to take this apart and do something else with them, because I don't love this. I just did it as a quick finish to be able to share, but I think I'm going to change it. But I love Jack. He's so cute. And all the little round circles, that's on the cloth. He's so happy. Oh, command strips might work better than magnets. Yeah, that's what I think. Stitch Etc. also has lots of wooden items. I am still working on Jack. I'm so slow. Going to give it to my neighbor if I ever finish. Oh, that'll be so nice. So cute. Yeah, so this is Jack by All Through the Night. He is super cute. I had a lot of fun stitching him, and he stitched so fast. Unless you're Brandy. for me, although I was like, I'm going to get this done because I wanted to get it done before January so that I could share it with you guys. So that's Jack. Okay, then this is how far I got for the sampler of the month. And these frames are awesome, and they're by Cheeky Sheep. It's an Etsy shop, super reasonably priced, super nice wooden, like real wood frames, very nice. And that's where my sampler of the month ended, was in April. I think that's the first and only one that I finished for that stitch along. Yeah, because here's one of my whips. It's the sampler of the month. Oh no. It's May. That's how far I got, and then it stopped. So that's a whip that is on my list to finish. It's a good thing I have so many project bags, Sharon, although I don't have enough. Okay, and then now, here are some couple other finishes. This is from Spooky Hollow series by Little Stitch Girl. This is the Witch's Brew Cafe. This is a fun series to stitch, and I still love it, even though I have not kept up with it. But it was a lot of fun. Not Brandy. I was teasing. Right, if you're Brandy. Where do you find the unique cloth that Jack is on? I have it. I think it. So I have it, Gayleen. It's in the shop. It's not online yet, but it's in the shop. So I had it in the shop. It sold out really quickly. I replenished it. It sold out. I replenished it. It sold out. And then it kind of slowed down a little bit. And so when it sold out, I didn't know that it had sold out until somebody asked for it just recently. And they said, are you going to get more of that back? Which is why I'd love the notify me when back in stock button, because then I can see, oh, that's sold out. And let me go check that. And so I ordered some. It's here. And I just need to cut it up and package it and get it online. So I do have some for you, Gayleen. And if I know that you want some, then I'll hustle with that. We never have enough. Spooky Hollow's finish is great too. Yeah, okay, so here are two. These are the two that I finished. Bed and Breakfast and the Witch's Brew Cafe. For the stitch alongs that you are behind on, do you skip the months you missed and start, or do you feel like you have to finish them in order? I feel like I have to finish them in order a little bit. I have thought about skipping the month, especially if it's on one cloth. But if it's on different cloths, I could skip and just jump in where we're at. But I've just fallen that far behind that I haven't even done that. And then this was our first ever stitch along. This was Frosty Forest series by Country Cottage Needleworks. And we had so much fun stitching this, despite all of the piles and piles of snow that were involved with it. We had so much fun stitching this series, and it's so darling. And I feel like I might frame this someday too and take it off of here. I changed mine up a little bit. Clearly, this is a 9-part series, so we stitched it over the course of 9 months. And I switched out my middle. I wanted to put a church in there, so I found a church that would work and just kind of messed around with the stitches and just made it work so that it looked the way that I wanted it to look. So that is my Frosty Forest. And we actually have a Frosty Forest Angela's bundle in the shop. And when you get that, you get all 9 patterns, just like what's on here, including the church for the center. And then you get the cloth that I used, which was 16 count gray. And you get the complete floss kit for the whole series. So Angela's Frosty Forest bundle is in the shop. That was a lot of fun to make. Such fun memories. I know, Kim, that was the first, and you were right there. Would the cloth that Jack is on work for snowballs for sale? I need a cloth for that chart. Yes, Carrie. I believe it's 25 count Lugana, which Lori always has that as an option. She usually has, 14 count, 25 count. So yeah, I for sure think that it would work. It would be super cute. I would have to look at the pattern and just make sure that there aren't any colors that would have a hard time showing up on a darker background. But I think that it would be fine. Like off the top of my head, from what I'm remembering about that stitch, I don't think that there would be anything that wouldn't show up. But just to be safe, I would take a look at it and make sure that all the colors would show up. It's gorgeous. That little church, says Joe. Love, says Sharon. Frosty Forest is one of my whips. It is, Debbie. I had so much. It was fun. All these little cottages, it was just fun. It was just fun. I have fond memories of that as well. Okay, then I have some things that are finished, but not finally finished. First up, we have our Sew by Row. We did this as a stitch along. This is Sew by Row by Lori Holt. It was super cute, super fun. We did a row each month. It was nice and easy, nothing that was too demanding. It went really smoothly. I love it. I actually have a frame for it, and I have paint. I'm going to paint the frame and then like rough it up a little bit. Like I have a whole plan. I just need to do it, and I haven't had time to do it. We also, my mom actually did this one, Axe Tree Farm by Little House Needleworks. And I just need to finish this. I think that I want to frame it for her and gift it to her. But I want to get it framed nicely because this one was super cute. We stitched this on Cafe au Lait by Fabric Flair, which I think is perfect for it. And this was a lot of fun to stitch. I was bummed that I missed this one because I was really looking forward to stitching it. And then I had too much and I had to turn it over to my mom to try to keep up. And she did. Sharon, are you still working on Sew by Row? Oh my goodness. Okay, and then I have all of the Cottage of the Month. We did this right away at the beginning. This was one of our first ones too, and I loved stitching these cottages as well. Like, loved it. But I have to finish all the rest of them. And I do have a plan for it. I just need to order the rest of those white frames from the Cheeky Sheep. And then I'm going to hang all of these in my little one's bedroom. Did you guys have as a kid, like months of the year, I remember it being such a big deal when I was little. Like, I think I had a little figurine that was a month of the year figurine that I had one for my birthday month. Like, I just remember. And so as soon as I saw these cottages, I thought, oh, I want to hang them in my little one's room. It'll be the months of the year. It'll be perfect. I don't even know if that's like a child's thing anymore, but in my mind it is. And so these are going up in her room. September, October. This is the one we just finished in the stitch along we're doing right now. And this is the one we're stitching this month. November, December, April, and June. So all of those are done. I just have to finish them. And then some of these are more recent. What count is your Sew by Row on? I have to use 11 count and afraid it will be too long. Mine is on 25 count Lugana. So that would equal, I stitched over 2, so it would equal 12 and a half. So I don't think it'll be that bad. If mine is 12 and a half, yours is just, it will be just slightly bigger than this. And this is, I don't remember the frame size that I got for it, but I think that'll be good. I don't think that'll be a problem. Yes, little girls with petticoats, I think. Yes, I had, exactly. I had that when I was little in my room. Okay, and then we have finished this stitch along, but I have not. This is the Early American Stitch Along by Little House Needleworks. And this is how far I am. I got sidetracked on the Freedom Center, and I have not gotten back to it. And I am missing a needle. So hopefully that's around here somewhere. So this one I would really like to get back to because I really, really like this one. And I'm really kind of bummed that I fell behind. So that needs some attention. This is where I fell behind for, what is happening in here? Where I fell behind for, what is it called? Spooky Hollow. So this is in progress right now. So I would like to finish that at some point and probably try to do more of the Spooky Hollow series. I don't know if I'll do it all, but I would like to try to do more. This one is a bit more current. This is a stitch along that we are in the midst of right now. This is one that Lori Holt and Annie Bees from Annie Bees Folk Art are stitching with us, which is really cool that they're stitching with us. This one's called Brick House Sampler. And I have not made much progress on this one. I'm still there. One more Early American to go. Oh, you're almost done, Laura. Oh, I wish that I were where you are. So this one, people are raving about. They're having so much fun stitching it. Brick House Sampler. So glad that we did that stitch along. I'm really, really excited about it. And I want to get to that bird so that I can stitch that bird because it's beautiful. This is where I'm at for our hometown holiday stitch along. I have gotten the train station done. And I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to add next door to the train station. I'm stitching this on 25 count Desert Opalescent Lugana. It's gorgeous. It's sparkly. I love it. It's kind of my go-to Christmas and winter stitch. We are also in the midst of this first stitch long. We are doing section by section. We're going super slow and just kind of taking our time with it. It's Flea Market Flowers by Lori Holt. And I did make a little bit of progress on this. During our happy little stitch hour on Friday, I got some petals done. And then I got a few more petals done last night. So this is where I'm at. I'm working on this big one here, which was supposed to be done in September, and I'm behind. But I'm pretty confident I'm going to be able to get this done this week. That's my goal. So this is part of my plan. This is one that I'm going to focus on this week, and I'm going to get that flower done. So next week on Monday, that flower should hopefully be done for me to share with you. And then I'm always throwing in stitch cards. So right now for our stitch card stitch along, we are working on stitch card set C. In September, we did the hot chocolate mug, which I did. This is the one stitch along that I actually got done in September. And now we are moving on to the ice skate. So this is my goal for October, is to get this ice skate done. And then I also toss in some other little pillows. These are all my little pillows back here in my dough bowl. So I have all these little pillows in here, and I just keep adding to my collection. I tried to do some each month. And so I stitched some up from the Vintage Christmas, and I stitched some up from Farm Girl Fall. Like I did the pumpkin from Farm Girl Fall, and I've done a few from Vintage Christmas. And I just keep picking which one I want to do next, and then I stitch that up and add it to my little pillow collection. So this is kind of an ongoing stitch along bag here with all my teeny tiny pillow goodies in there. You can do it, Angela. Will there be any more patterns for Hometown Holiday? I missed out on the stitch along. So I think right now there are 26 or 27 patterns in that series total, which is why we're shipping 2 a month to kind of get caught up. And yes, as far as I know, Diane from Little House Needleworks is adding a new one each year. So she adds a new one. Your pillows are adorable. Thank you, Felicia. Okay, now we are into some older whips. Oh, well, this is where I got. This is how far I got on Snow Village before. Oh, I got farther than I thought. This is how far I got on Snow Village before I got sidetracked. So this is our Snow Village stitch along, stitching it on 16 count Country French Rain by Wichell. So I hope to get back to that at some point. My sister actually started stitching that series. Okay, now we're into some older stuff. So hold on tight because you're going to see some stuff here that I started forever ago. Sam, you'll remember this one. Oh, no. Hold on. I can't let Snoopy lose his needle minder magnet. Okay, I started this one because of Sam. And you're going to laugh at how far I got. I think it was you, Sam. So Stitchville, this is by Thimble Blossoms. Adorable cross-stitch pattern. I think it's lovely. And so I was like, I have to start that. Like, I have to do that because it's so darn cute. This is where I'm at. That's how far I got. That's it. I've got a villet. Teeny tiny vill. It was you, Sam. And I'm not done yet either. I know. So this is an older whip that I would like to not forget, and I would like to give some attention to. Your pillows are all stitching. It takes a while to build it down. It sure does. I'm a bit further than you, though. I'm not surprised. I totally. What is this? Oh, yes. Okay. This is another one. I started this for Mania a couple years ago. Where is it? Oh, it's this one. Suffrageact. This is by Little House Needleworks. I love this stitch. And I was so determined to get it done in 2020, the year of the 100th anniversary. And this is my effort. Right there. I'm no further than this. So I would like to get this done. This is one that would like to focus on. And then this is also a Mania start. Seasonal Celebrations Summer by Country Cottage Needleworks. And that's how far I am with that. This one is really pretty. It's like really pretty. I would really like to finish this one and have it hanging up during the summer. Because it's very pretty. The colors are really pretty in that one. Oh, yeah. What is this? Oh, okay. So this one was from Spooky Hollow. And I started this because I loved the little pumpkin gazebo so much. So I just started it as a Mania start. And this is how far I got. This one I would really like to go back to and make sure I finish it because I really do love that little gazebo. And I don't know where the pattern is for this one, but who can name this one? This is how far I got on it. I believe I started this one with Kim. I think we started this together, Kim. And this is how far I got on it. And I would like to finish this because this is a little bit nostalgic for me. The saying that's on this stitch was said often in our house. Oh, Villet. Kathy, if you want to do multiple stitches on one piece of cloth, example Snow Village, how do you figure out the size of cloth needed? So usually the designer will provide the total stitch count for all of the stitches, including like 3 stitch spaces in between. Usually they will provide it if it's a series and it's offered to be stitched on as one complete piece. So they usually provide the total stitch count, and then you'll divide that stitch count by the cloth count that you want to use, and then add 4 to each of those numbers. So for example, if your total stitch count, just for ease sake, if your total stitch count is 100 by 100, and let's say you're going to use a cloth count of 10, you would divide 100 by 10 and 100 by 10, which would give you a 10 by 10 piece of a 10 by 10 stitch area, but that doesn't include border for finishing. So you should add 4 to each of those numbers to know what size to cut your cloth. So you would cut a 14 by 14 piece of cloth. So if you take 100 divided by 10, that gives you 10 by 10. 10 plus 4 and 10 plus 4 is 14 by 14. So that's the cloth size that you would use, if that makes sense. Sam, we need to set a new start date, Angela, so that we can be successful in the finish. Yes, this is Knee High by the 4th of July by Hands On Design. Knee High. So I'm in the midst of stitching that. It is Knee High. And here's your farmhouse Christmas, Sam. This is my people bag. I love it. With the people shopping. We just, Hustle and Bustle just arrived, and they have a people shopping print in that fabric collection, and I love it. Okay, here, and I'm still working on that border, but here, let me take this off. Here is a very wrinkled Farmhouse Christmas. I love it, and these were so fun to stitch. This was another one between Frosty Forest and this one, and we were doing them kind of at the same time. They overlapped a little bit. This was a lot of fun. I just need to finish the border, and then I want to frame this and have it to hang up for Christmas time. 1 year. Some year. I hope to accomplish that. So that's Farmhouse Christmas, and I love it. Can I ask, is that cafe mocha cloth again? For which one? For the knee high? This one? This is Cafe au Lait by Fabric Flare. See, right there it says Cafe au Lait. That is a great Fabric Flare cloth, as is Hazy Gray. I love both of these. And then for Lugana, there's a Cafe Mocha by Zweigart, and that's a fabulous kind of mottled look that I used for this one. Actually, it's a very it's 25 count Lugana. It's Cafe Mocha, and it's a very subtle mottled look to it. So that's Farmhouse Christmas. I did all of those. I think, where is the, okay, I've got a bunch more in here. Good Lord. Not a bunch. I mean, it's not going to take that much longer. We're going to try to keep these to an hour. So I started this one during Mania 1 year. It's called Happy Harvest by Country Cottage Needleworks. And that's where I'm at. Super cute. Yes, I am very close to finished with Farmhouse. I just need to do it. I just need to finish it. That's all there is to it. This one I started on my anniversary. I think, yeah, I started this one on my anniversary a couple years ago. You guys, this is, I don't even know if you could count this as a start. That's it. That's all I got. It's Enjoy the Journey, and it's by Beverly McCullough, Flamingo Toes. And I thought this is a perfect wedding anniversary start. You know, enjoy the journey. And that's how far I got. I would like to get further with that. And then keeping in line with the seasonal celebrations, this one is for autumn. And that's how far I got for that. Seasonal Celebrations Autumn by Country Cottage Needleworks. So that one I'd like to finish up. I'm also working on the Nativity. This was supposed to be a present for my mother-in-law, like a few years ago. And this is how far I am on that. So I would like to finish that for her at some point because my dad made a wooden mounting. It's like a church. It's like a church, except it doesn't have a steeple, but it's a wooden like roof. And then he put a cross on the back of it. And I want to put twinkle lights underneath the roof so that it lights up the stitch. So I really do want to finish this one. I just have not yet. And then I think this one, we did this as a stitch along. Oh, it's so we did Celebrate Tiered Trays, and we were going to stitch all of the tiered trays by Madame Chantilly. Kim did a fabulous job of keeping up and stitching all of these tiered trays. This is the spring one, and this is how far I've gotten. Oh, it's so cute. It's so cute. And I actually have started the 4th of July one too, but it's not here. And then this one, which I really do want to do this one. This is my Christmas list by Silver Creek Samplers. I'm stitching this on 32 count water lily. And this is how far I've gotten. Even know, I wish you could see this color, you guys. It's like a sagey green. It's just beautiful. It's beautiful. And my kids picked this cloth. I was like, I don't know, should we do this cloth or should we do this? I couldn't decide. And they picked this cloth. So I think this will be so pretty if I can ever get it done. So here's what I like about whips, and then we're going to wrap it up. Here is what I like about whips. Oftentimes when you're in a stitch along, you're like pushing to try to keep on track with the schedule so that you don't fall behind, which clearly I'm not doing a good job of. But what I don't like sometimes about stitch alongs is sometimes you're stitching ahead, you know, like as quilters and stitchers, you're oftentimes stitching far ahead so that you can have a Christmas piece finished by the time Christmas arrives. But sometimes I like to stitch in the season. Like I like to stitch fall stuff right now, or I like to stitch Christmas stuff when it's Christmas time. And I don't always like to work ahead. Sometimes if I'm, you know, snuggling in for the night, I want to wrap myself up in a good quilt and have a great Christmas stitch to stitch. And so I'm kind of happy that I'll have this to pull out to stitch during the Christmas holidays. And then one day I will have it finished and be like, Joe, I worked on that when you guys were in high school. Like when you guys were going through high school, I stitched on that during the winter at Christmas time, little by little. I do it every year and then I finish it, you know? So there are positive things about whips, I think, as long as you don't forget about them and they get buried and they get lost, which is part of the reason I'm looking forward to this Flosstube every week, because my plan is to focus on probably 2 or 3 different stitches each week. And I hope that if any of you guys are stitching the same thing as me, that maybe you'll stitch along with me that week and we can motivate each other to try to keep up with it. And then my other plan of attack is to try to post. So whatever day I feel like I'm going to get stitching in, I'm going to post a before picture and then I'm going to post a progress picture afterwards. And I'm hoping that will help motivate me to get some stuff done so that I have something worth sharing as far as progress goes. So that's my plan. I forgot about today. I will have to go back and watch the rewatch. Hello, Tammy. So glad you could pop in. Hello, Maureen. Okay, so we're getting ready to wrap up because we're a little bit over, and I really do want to keep Mondays to about an hour if I can. Today I had a lot because I shared everything that I have going. So my focus for this week is I'm going to finish that big flower for Flea Market Flowers. I'm for sure going to do that. And then I would like to kind of pull out an older whip and just make a little bit of progress, one of my fall themed ones, make a little bit of progress with that. And then I'm going to make progress on Brick House Sampler. So Flea Market Flowers, I'm going to finish September. I'm going to make progress. I'm going to try to finish September for Brick House Sampler. And then if I do those two things, then I might reward myself with a little bit of stitching on a whip. Oh, I like that idea. I might have to steal that idea from you. Oh, which idea, Sandy? Which idea are you going to steal? Please steal away. Okay, so that's my plan for this week. I will keep you posted and hope to have progress to share with you next week. Thank you so much, you guys, for joining me for my first ever Flosstube. Please, I don't have a prize today because I forgot to pull one, but I will have prizes in the future. So stay tuned for that. And please be sure that you give us a thumbs up. Please be sure. I love this Flosstube since I am a new cross stitch. I had not seen all your great stitches before. Yeah, there's a lot. I just have to finish them. Posting a pic before and after. Oh, good. Yeah, so it kind of holds you a little bit accountable for me. Anyway, I told myself I'm only working on 2 current ones. That way I won't. Yeah, so I'm going to try not to overwhelm. I'm going to pick 2 or 3 that are going to be the focus for that week. And then, all week long, I'm going to be working toward the following Monday where I'm going to have progress to share with you. So please stitch along with me and let's just break it up into little pieces. I'm going to focus on these 2 or 3 this week, and hopefully that'll make it not so overwhelming and more manageable. That's what I'm hoping. So Monday hugs to you too, Sam. Please be sure you give us a thumbs up. Please subscribe to our Happy Little Stitch Shop YouTube channel. Please follow us on Instagram when you can, if it gets back up and running again, and follow us on Facebook as well. And please join our Happy Little Stitchers Facebook group. It's a lot of fun out there. There are lots of really fabulous, inspiring people that are part of this Happy Little Stitch Shop community, and I'm so, so thankful for it. So you guys have a wonderful week. I will see you 2 times on Thursday, so please be sure to join me for our quilting live stream on Thursday at 1:30 in the afternoon, Central Standard Time. And then please plan to join me Thursday night for our new release party for Riley Blake Designs at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Have a fabulous, fabulous day, you guys. I have always been a work one till done, but this seems fun. Whips. Great time. Thank you. Thanks, Angela. See you again on Thursday. Have a great week. Have a fabulous week, everybody. Happy stitching. Take care.